Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Chrisean Rock 10 minutes of fame is over with after today. Today has quite been probably the worst day of her life since being famous. See, Chrisean Rock has been able to monopolize victimhood better than anybody I've ever seen. Chrisean Rock convincing the world that Blueface is an abuser and she's a victim has manipulated the world into thinking that their support of Chrisean Rock is her way out of Blueface's grip and abuse.
Look at Blueface body language. This is abuse.
So let's bring things out.
Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, let's get right into this one. So Flacco, Poetic Flacco dropped a video about Chrisean Rock being exposed by Lil Baby. There's all sorts of other shit in the video, which we're gonna react to, as well as Blueface being sentenced for a Las Vegas strip shooting. Now, Blueface got a suspended sentence, so likely they're just
We putting you on probation. We're putting you on probation.
Seems like that's the way they're going. He's not gonna actually be incarcerated for any period of time following the sentencing, because it was a suspended sentence. Nonetheless, we're going to cover that and watch that case following this. Nobody's a victim here. Nobody. See, Flacco started off his speech because Chrisean is getting exposed for being a bully in the Woah Vicky situation. We're going to cover that shortly. We're going to get into that. Flacco clips it up. But nobody's a victim. Blueface is a willing participant. This shit was happening prior to him getting her pregnant. He just stayed along. He could not leave. I don't know what was wrong with this nigga. This nigga just wanted to cry and be the victim. We ain't having that.
Crying to me, and I'm not having
So this
that.
is the most dusty relationship. I put these folks on the blacklist. I refused to report on them. I'm like, everything they do is some dusty fuckery for the cloud. And it will just get dustier and dustier, and they'll just keep crashing out for the cloud. So I put these motherfuckers on the blacklist. So I think Lee sent me a bunch of information in the Discord. I don't need it. Respect to you, Lee, for the information, the constant information. But I have all I need. I have an extensive file on Blueface and Chrisean Rock, and I constantly pass up on the play. But this time we're gonna actually cover this because it shows another component to this. Let's get it. Flacco, shout out to Flacco for the video. Let's get it.
Like that. Rock, I have a question for you.
We're trying to get questions here, sweetie. For real, for real.
I don't care. I don't.
So the masses rallied around Chrisean Rock, made her a national star, got her millions of followers on TikTok and Instagram, got her a hit TV show. And no matter how much proof gets presented to the public that Chrisean Rock is not a victim and that she's actually an abuser as well.
Now, I like the fact that he said, oh, yo, I paused at the worst time.
Nobody.
All right, let me just take that off the screen. He said as well, so he acknowledged that they're both in a dusty, abusive relationship. It's not just a one-sided situation. I hope people remember that Chrisean Rock competed in a house with 12 other women for Blueface. She has tattoos of Blueface everywhere. They're just a crazy... You know what? Let's get into this, man.
Nobody tend to believe it. They find out that Chrisean Rock done destroyed Blueface's property, cheated on Blueface with over 10 different men while pregnant per the lie detector test, weaponized her baby against Blueface.
Wait, per the lie detector test? Okay, maybe I don't have all the information. I did not see her take a lie detector test, and I seen her take a lie detector test, but that question didn't come up negative. I don't know, man.
I mean, I can go on. She stole his car, stole money from him. She wrote her name in blood in his home, smashed all his TVs. Like, I can go on. But for some reason, people still believe that Blueface is an abuser. But for some reason, everybody thought that Chrisean Rock was just this victim. And I was starting to think that nobody will ever see Chrisean Rock for who she truly is other than me.
Now, this is where Flacco needs to keep it a stack and understand that they don't want to see it a certain way. They're just saying something. The Chrisean Rock fans and supporters, the women that support Chrisean Rock, because I don't know any dudes that really support Chrisean Rock unless you
stick together. Pause.
For the most part, I don't really see it too much. There's nothing really there to support except a crazy bitch running wild and doing all sorts of crazy shit. Most people have seen her put hands on Blueface, punch Blueface in the face, do all sorts of wild shit. So if they try to act like they've seen the TV incident. Most people that follow Chrisean seen her fight a bunch of women. Now they're seeing the Woah Vicky situation. They know that she's wild, she's abusive. If they don't want to acknowledge it, they're just going to be in denial and be unaccountable for their dustiness. So to act like folks don't see it, everybody knows that they have an abusive relationship on both ends. And if you want to deny one end, then we see the type of person that you are. Want to be unaccountable and you're on that gender war fuckery.
But it looks like today, the world seen Chrisean Rock for who she really is. See, it all started on Zeus. You see, Chrisean Rock and Woah Vicky had an inner...
Yeah, that's facts, Leah. This is not news. This is not news. This is just to the point where people start looking at Chrisean Rock as a bully. Because everybody fucks with you. Everybody will fuck with all the dustiness you do until you take the step over and then they look at you as a bully. That's when people started not fucking with Nicki Minaj. They looked at her as a bully in the industry. They started seeing all her slimy tactics. Once people start looking at you as a bully, then the perception starts changing. They're not like, oh, we're not going to feel sorry for your whatever the hell you're going through, like you're bullying folks. We've seen a common theme of this in reality shows. The audience switches on people.
Action or had an exchange a couple of months ago. Now, we just heard about it through the tabloids because we heard that Woah Vicky pressed charges against Chrisean Rock. But we finally got to see the interaction, and this is just outright bullying.
What do you mean, clickbait? You don't know what you did?
You mean the one of me and you praying together?
No, not that one. You know damn sure that's not the one I'm talking about. This little white bitch is liking and retweeting shit on Twitter about what my baby father have to say about my child. Oh, you doing little shit to get out of my skin, huh?
I promise to you, everything I love, I did not mean to like those tweets.
What the fuck are you mean? Bro, Latifah, what are you talking about?
I just see Vicky get hit with eczema cream. And I was confused as fuck at that point. Like, aren't y'all like Christian sisters? Like, aren't y'all bonded by the blood of Jesus? Like, y'all love Jesus.
Mind you, Chrisean Rock is pregnant, so even if Woah Vicky was an aggressive person, she still couldn't hit Chrisean Rock because she's pregnant. So Chrisean Rock throws an eczema cream, assaults Woah Vicky with the eczema cream, but apparently that wasn't enough, right? Throwing a cream and assaulting somebody for liking a tweet apparently isn't enough. So then Chrisean Rock...
Now, she's taking advantage of the situation, obviously. She's pregnant, so you know she can't hit her back. And then she was apologetic. She was already apologetic. She was sorry for it. She was already tucking her tail. So what?
Instructs her sister.
Terrible fucking season. Man, I keep pausing at the wrong times.
Stick together. Pause.
To slap Woah Vicky and attack her.
I'm really sorry.
Slap that bitch, bro.
Please, I'm really sorry if I did not mean to like them. I promise you.
She's fragile, bro. I'm not a bully. I give a fuck. I eat both of them at the same time. It's not worth it, bro.
That's her sister too. She's like smack her, and her sister's like, nah. She's apologetic. She's remorseful. She's showing a level of contrition. I'm cool. I'm not a bully, and she's still trying to egg the situation on.
See the apologize. I swear to God, I'm gonna hit you with a right hook. She being nice. I'm not being nice, I'm being cordial. It's called eater. It's called an eater. I cannot eat them. They're not even advertised.
Now, Chrisean was looking like a whole nigga there. Why she have a do-rag on, the chains and shit? She looked like a dude. That type of bully energy. Hold up, man. Let me move this so y'all can see these tweets, man. Yeah, people weren't having it. People changed sides real quick.
For the first time ever, we're starting to see people wake up and actually see Chrisean Rock for who she truly is. Chrisean is a bozo, a toothless bully. They're calling to cancel Chrisean and calling her weak for that move. Said Rock is a bully. Somebody even said something that I've been saying. They said, bro, Chrisean Rock been a bully. Y'all just realizing this? There's some more footage surfaced online of Chrisean Rock acting like a wild animal and attacking somebody while pregnant and putting her baby at risk.
I unfollowed you yesterday. I did. I unfollowed you. You unfollowed me! You unfollowed!
Now, I'm sure y'all know who Natalie Nunn is. She brought Natalie Nunn brought her on her show. She gave her an opportunity on, let's just get into this.
Hey, like, bitch, calm down. It's just Instagram. Like, yes, I unfollowed you. Unfollow me back. Ooh. She asked what? She mentioned.
From what?
Bro.
From what? Yeah, protect her from what?
Roland, go.
Get off of me.
My show. Because I just told y'all. It's not your show.
It's my show, bitch. Look at you. That's why you're scared. Get the fuck off me.
Now she's getting off my show. Yeah.
That video of Chrisean Rock attacking Natalie Nunn and trying to jump her.
You could see the entitlement. It's filthy out here. It's filthy out here.
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face.
Now, we know Natalie Nunn is one of the messiest reality stars. She's been on the Bad Girls Club. I don't know how many seasons. It was her show that she allowed Chrisean Rock to be on the Zeus Network. Her show, she gave her an opportunity. The same way Blueface gave her an opportunity, and you see how she shat in Blueface's face. But Blueface allowed it. Blueface was an unaccountable man, so Blueface needs to hold his dustiness. Blueface's mom is always saying some dusty shit, comparing her son's peen size to her man's. Everything's getting very inappropriate with that family.
Jesus Christ.
So it's like, the whole thing's a mess. Nonetheless, you see how Chrisean Rock is so very entitled. She's pregnant. She's pregnant, so she's taking advantage of the situation. She's throwing objects. She knows that nobody can do anything back because she's pregnant. So she's going around bullying folks that give her opportunities. And then when she gets the opportunity and she gets some shine, the network sees, oh my God, look at these numbers. And they start valuing her, but she's just shitting on everybody that gives her an opportunity. We've seen the same thing with Charleston White. The same ungrateful, entitled fuckery where people just constantly shit on folks that give them opportunities in this industry.
Because she unfollowed her. Lots of comments like this where people is now questioning the fact they ever consider Chrisean Rock a victim, which is good, which is very good, because Chrisean Rock ain't never been no victim. She's a manipulator, she's an abuser, and she's violent. Now, out of all the L's she took in the last 24 hours, no L is bigger than the L she took with the Lil Baby situation. Now, if you're not familiar with the...
Now, we're going to get right into this because the Lil Baby situation is what ethered her because she's petty. She always watches that social media shit. That's why she projected on Woah Vicky when it came to liking and just reposting comments. She, what else did she do in social media? Yeah, she got mad at Natalie Nunn for simply unfollowing her. You're not obligated to be following and be watching someone. Like, you don't get that. So entitled, you think somebody's obligated to follow you just because you're on the same network television show and she gave you an opportunity. But United Red said it right though. Shout out to United Red in the chat. Said because they have no talent. That's why you see all these reality superstars, they get clout from doing egregious, violent shit. Just the most egregious shit on camera you can put on, that's what will get them clout and will sustain them clout. We're just gonna do all the fuckery, promote and propagate fuckery, and that's what's gonna get them clout because there is no talent. So it's drama after drama, fight after fight, incident after incident. Who can be the most messiest and not really give a shit about their life for the cameras?
Chrisean Rock, Blueface, and Lil Baby situation. Let me break it down for you guys, all right? Lil Baby and Chrisean Rock met at an event. They exchanged numbers. Blueface caught Lil Baby texting her this. Blueface had an issue with it, right? Now, ever since then, Chrisean Rock would use Lil Baby to make Blueface a little jealous.
Huh? You are like on God. It wasn't even like that. Baby. We was talking about you, work.
Stop the cap.
You and Lil Baby was talking about me.
What?
This is just toxic relationship shit. This is some shit you will learn from Myron. You will learn this from Fresh and Fit. Have somebody on the side and dangle that person over the other person's head to use it as some sort of leverage in a relationship to try to get what you want out of a relationship. You will learn that from Fresh and Fit, but it'll be on the inverse. It'll be for the men's victory. So it's like, come on, man. This is toxic relationship 101.
You was being like cool, not too friendly.
Right. Oh, y'all had an empowerment conversation at the after party. With him all up in your face like this. Yeah, that's working. Damn near up in my face.
And once again, Blueface is not a victim. Blueface, before he got her pregnant, said she was cheating on him. He caught her. He was looking in her phone. That's what that first fight was about. He took her phone. He was searching through her phone, found out that she was cheating on him, and then she started assaulting him. They got into that little squabble, and that's where that took place. That was well before she was pregnant. There's no victims here. I don't want to hear anybody crying like they're a victim.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
This is a toxic relationship for the clout. Y'all know what you signed up for. Live with the results.
Yeah, like what?
Hey, chill out. First of all,
in your face is in my face. I'm right on your neck.
Lil Baby has been a big issue in Blueface and Chrisean Rock relationship. Moving forward, bro, like, he would consistently bring it up. He would accuse her of trying to sneak off with Lil Baby. She would consistently throw it back in his face, saying Lil Baby wanted her. I guess Lil Baby wanting her, or her thinking Lil Baby wanted her in adulation from other celebrity men, is validation for her self-esteem, and she consistently threw it back in Blueface's face. But today, it backfired. You see, Blueface took to Twitter and called Chrisean Rock's sister a real one for not beating up Woah Vicky. Chrisean Rock apparently took issue with this, which I don't know why. But if she would tweet Lil Baby a real one, then she will.
This nigga said he does not know why.
Get him out of here. He's got no place in here. Get rid of him.
Nigga, you know why. She's a toxic, jealous, crazy woman. What are we talking about? She's crazy. Anything that he's gonna favor or give somebody a like, it's gonna be, oh, that's a slight to her. And he knows what he's doing. He knows what type of chick she is.
Go to her Instagram, repost a photo of her and Lil Baby, and still write, Lil Baby a real one. But she didn't stop there. This chick is so disrespectful that she went to the Instagram of her son that she shares with Blueface, and she follows Lil Baby from her son's Instagram. Now, her son only follows her.
What the hell was that?
That's a bizarre move. You know what she's doing. She's trying to push buttons. Why are you using the son's page that already has 1 million followers? The only people that he's following is you and Lil Baby. And it wasn't even confirmed. Did they get the DNA test yet, Lee? Lee knows everything, and I said I knew everything. That was stupid. I should have took your Did they get a DNA test for that baby yet? I remember Blueface was complaining about it. He did not show up to the birth of the child because Chrisean had it in another state.
And Lil Baby, again, super disrespectful. But it looks like today it didn't play in her favor because Lil Baby finally had enough and he ethered her. Lil Baby will post, I ain't with the trolling ish. I be laughing at certain ish, but now stop playing. I ain't never tried to talk to no motherfucking Chrisean. Please stop attaching my name to that. He called her a that and expressed even the idea of y'all thinking I'm trying to talk to a motherfucking Chrisean Rock is disgusting.
Yikes. Now that's he shitted on her. Attaching my name to that. This nigga treated her like a trans. To that. It. Like what the fuck is going on? Yo, Lil Baby, with the ether. It's because you're using him as a pawn for jealousy. Lil Baby ain't playing that. He's not feeding into that. He's not gonna be simping out there being like, yeah, nah. So shout out to Lil Baby for that. Yeah, that she fell flat on her face with that one. Shout out to Brother Jumbie with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Why Flacco got more forehead leaning to one side of his head than the other? His eyebrow to hairline ratio is wild. His barber needs jail time. Jesus Christ. Yo, he needs a lineup. Yo, the thing that's weird about Flacco and it always confuses me is that I swear he had like a mini fro. Next episode he has a fresh cut. Next episode, which is the next day, his hair is back like this, and it's like, hey, yo, what the fuck? Isn't this breaking news? How did it happen like that? But I guess I don't know, man. I'm lost when it comes to Flacco. I don't really give a fuck about to see how men groom themselves anyway. It is what it is, Brother Jumpy. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat.
He went and said, I've seen her at a party and told her some real ish. She know I never try to talk to her. I know I bring attention, but Chrisean even trolling about a child and stuff is too far. Like, all right, he humbled her. He humbled her, bruh. Because the Lil Baby card has been a card she's been playing for a while now.
Oh, come on, Above Rubies TV. What are we doing out here? Lil Baby is wrong? How is Lil Baby wrong? He's saying he don't want to be a part of none of that shit. He's not going to be used as a pawn. Hey, yo, what in the sisterhood is going on in the chat? Lil Baby is wrong for not wanting to be used and be put in a part of Blueface and Chrisean's fuckery. I'm waiting for an explanation, y'all. Yes, Blueface is the one that brings up Lil Baby. Chrisean acknowledges it. Blueface brought up... Shit, I should have grabbed the timestamp. Blueface brought up her sister. All he said was her sister was a real one. His sister is a real one. All the other stuff we seen with Blueface and talking about Lil Baby and that shit was from the past. All he said was her sister was a real one and she got jealous. And she used to use Lil Baby as a token in the past to try to make Blueface jealous because of that one DM from the past. And now she randomly brings it up, randomly just to try to throw it in his face to make him jealous. There's no way y'all could slot a Lil Baby for being wrong in this. Y'all are tripping for that one.
For not beating up Woah Vicky. Chrisean Rock apparently took issue with this, which I don't know why. But then she will tweet Lil Baby a real one. Then she will go to her.
Blue did the same thing. Blue used his sister, or her sister. Listen, y'all, I don't get what y'all are saying. Blueface is wrong for doing something. Chrisean is wrong for doing something. They're in a toxic relationship. How are y'all putting Lil Baby in the wrong for trying to say, I don't want no parts of this, fuck out of here, don't attach my name? Y'all are tripping. They're both... Okay, we're talking about Lil Baby. We already established that Blueface and Chrisean are doing their toxic relationship fuckery. How is Lil Baby in the wrong?
For Instagram, repost a photo of her and Lil Baby and still write, Lil Baby a real one. But she didn't stop there. This chick is so disrespectful that she went to the Instagram of her son that she shares with Blueface and she follows Lil Baby from her son's Instagram. Now, her son only follows her.
Oh, yeah, I seen this already. What am I doing? We can skip past this.
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we out here at a party and told her some real ish. She know I never try to talk to her. I know I bring attention. That ain't my baby. My Blueface had a blow. Right, to kind of say, yeah, I'm the ish. Lil Baby want me. But Lil Baby humbled her, bro. He said, what do I look like trying to talk to a motherfucking Chrisean Rock? Now, Blueface had a blow. Had a blast with this, bro. Blueface took to his Twitter. Blueface said he bled you. Nobody want no snaggle tooth. That ain't my baby mama. My baby mama ain't never going outside like that, bro. Yo, Chrisean Rock is getting destroyed.
Yo, how is he gonna try to denounce her as that's not my baby mother. My baby mother ain't going outside like that.
Stop the cap.
Lie! Fucking lie! The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Now, Blueface is trying to escape going outside as well. Like, nigga, you ain't escaping that jacket, my nigga. That's your baby mama. That's your baby mama. You have another baby mama on top of that baby mama. Just nonstop dustiness.
Now, Chrisean Rock came back on Twitter to save face, essentially saying it was reverse psychology, and she only did it so Lil Baby can come out and say that and clear it up.
Stop the cap.
Lie!
It's a total fabrication.
Fucking lie! Emotional damage! The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Now, y'all can see they're both clearly lying through their goddamn teeth to try to save face on some clout internet back and forth tweeting fuckery. They're both, what is this shit? They're both lying through their teeth.
Stop it. All right, she's trying to save face, man. She's embarrassed. She got an egg on her face right now, bro. Right? I don't know how Chrisean Rock bounced back after today. After today, nobody's going to see you as a victim. So the victimhood play you used to do won't work no more. It won't. And your market value done went down, right? Because now your baby daddy is calling you a snaggletooth. Lil Baby is saying, bro, I don't want no motherfucking Chrisean Rock. Now your market value has depleted. So when that Zeus money run up, you're not going to need Blueface to pay your bills, bro. All right? But I guess that's what child support is for. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think, man. Is Chrisean Rock 15 minutes of fame over? Is this it for Chrisean Rock, man? Y'all let me know, all right? And while you guys are at it, man, click on the video somewhere on my screen to find out how making To Catch a Predator videos cost him his life. Click on this video to find out what I'm talking about.
Now there is no video there.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
Shout out to Flacco for providing this video, but yeah, we don't care about the other one. All those Predator videos is just asking for heavy demonetization.
Good morning, Your Honor. So the court has properly reiterated the terms of the negotiation. I think since Mr. Ports went into some of the detail, I think it's important for the court to have some context and understand why this negotiation is the way it is. While it is certainly true that Mr. Traylor was involved in a fight with people at the strip club, Mr. Porter was not involved in that fight. And what happened later was Mr. Traylor went to his vehicle and then drove very slowly up to a group of people who he felt had aggrieved him in the fight and rolled down his window and displayed a firearm, causing other people to jump back. And then he sped into a group of people, ended up hitting a woman and hitting other cars, and then took off. And that's at the moment when the conduct from our client occurs. So while I'm not here to minimize it in any way, it's dangerous, there is no doubt, but there is a lot from Mr. Traylor that led up to this, and I think the court should also be aware Mr. Traylor is suing Mr. Porter, the nightclub. The nightclub is being sued by the woman who got hit by Mr. Traylor. I mean, there is a lot of moving parts here, but then Mr. Traylor met up with friends over at Town Center in a parking lot, didn't call the police. He was in his employer's work truck, and he must have realized the next day that he needed to explain why he got into an accident and hit these other cars in his employer's work truck, and only then did he decide to make a police report. And he did have some kind of a graze wound on his hand. Again, no one here to minimize that. I think the court...
All right, Desiree, what are you talking about? How is anyone dustier than someone who exposed their child to pedophiles? Something is wrong with some of y'all's logic. Who exposes a child, period? Lil Baby should have just kept quiet. Now, the first part of your comment, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what everybody's saying in the chat. I don't know if y'all are comparing who is dustier. I don't give a shit who's dustier. They're both dusty to me. Now, when it comes to Lil Baby, I'm not letting that go. Y'all are trying to disparage Lil Baby's name for not being played as a pawn. Y'all wanted him to just go along with Chrisean Rock relating him to Lil. Like, what part of the game is that? Y'all need to quit with this Lil Baby shit. That now that I'm looking at y'all real funny in the light. I'm looking at y'all like, is the sisterhood in the chat? I tell y'all, I don't fuck with the gender war shit. I don't fuck with the manosphere like that. I don't fuck with the sisterhood either, y'all. So if y'all are really just trying to disparage men's characters for no reason on some gender war shit, what are we doing out here? Lil Baby said, I do not want to be related like I'm trying to swerve on Chrisean Rock's dusty ass who's a complete abusive, wild, clout-chasing fool. How is he wrong for saying, don't pair me up with that? This is my image. I'm a big star. I'm selling out these arenas. I actually have talent. Somebody please substantiate that point and tell me why he's wrong. Y'all could call in no cam link so y'all can, or no camera on, so y'all can get your point out quick. Because y'all are dead wrong about this, and I ain't letting this go. I got the need to be right about this one. We are not letting this one go.
No, you ain't.
You said he checked the wrong person. How is he supposed to check Blueface? Check Blueface. Chrisean Rock is the one that related him to her. He's supposed to say Blueface. Don't like, they're not together. That's not like checking his girl or check a Blueface. Check your girl. Why she doing X, Y, and Z? That's a single woman saying that Lil Baby is like. I don't even. We can all establish that Lil Baby was not wrong. No, we can't. Taylor Made, because half the chat is still saying that he addressed the wrong person. Above Ruby's TV, and who else? Who went silent? Desiree. Desiree, you said something about this. What's going on, chat? Big stars don't comment. Well, if it's that big to the point where people are relating y'all together with another big star, sometimes you do comment.
Court needs to understand that there's a dynamic here. I think because of the civil litigation.
Yeah, you can't even defend yourself. That's crazy. I think that's crazy. You're supposed to just take all shit from people. Yeah, y'all, man.
Mr. Porter's probably going to opt not to address the court, but I'll let him decide that. The negotiation is reasonable given the circumstances of this case. The other incident that Mr. Ports references has to do with taking a cell phone from a woman, and that is.
Blueface life is so goddamn dusty that this trial was an afterthought. He got a suspended sentence, so they're putting him on probation. Lucky for Blueface, but this is an afterthought.
We putting you on probation.
How is shooting up a Vegas strip facing how many years? He was facing what, 2 to 5 or some shit like that? How is this an afterthought in your life because your life is that goddamn dusty?
Who was filming him, and the woman was actually punched by a female colleague of Mr. Porter's. But again, not trying to minimize. You know, we didn't come in here to minimize. We came in here to say that the negotiation is reasonable and the court should follow it. He does live in California and will be seeking interstate compact transfer under the interstate compact agreement. We believe that an underlying sentence of 12 to 36 months is appropriate versus the state's position of 4 to 10. There is no restitution request in this case. I noted from the probation report.
Vent says that shit was self-defense. I remember that clip. This is the thing. He showed up in a goddamn hoodie. The lawyer statements were less than impressive. Still got a suspended sentence. Why? They're putting him on probation. Why? Because it was clearly he was not the aggressor. He wasn't doing a violent crime per se, but the dangerous activity in an area like that does merit some review from these. You know, you can't escape these type of things.
And I assume that's because Mr. Traylor is going to pursue his remedies in some civil suit. And it does appear that Mr. Porter has credit time served for 22 days by my read of the probation.
You got to look at all the details when it comes to this defending yourself, when it comes to self-defense. We've seen this, the prankster that was defending himself, or the guy that was being harassed by a prankster shot him, and he had the self-defense. He got that off. He got not guilty in his trial, but he also got found guilty for discharge in a mall. It was a congested area with a lot of people. So there's other certain things that, like, I don't even know if he had a registered firearm that he shot that with. So there's other things that you will get caught for outside of the bigger crime. So we got to look into the details of the case to see exactly why. Yeah, public area, man.
So we would ask that the court. I don't think that there's any opposition to the order out. I thought that the strip corridor ended at Sahara.
I did too, and that's why I was curious to see if there was a separate order related, because I think what the focus is if he's going to be interstate compacting, obviously, limited issue there, but if he's going to be here, you know, the request being made that to the extent casinos and sort of those environments.
Above Ruby's TV, you're missing the points constantly when it comes to this Lil Baby situation. Lil Baby is a mega star. Lil Baby does not want his name synonymous with a Chrisean Rock. He does not want to be related to that. He does not want to be seen as, oh, I'm swerving on that. He's not getting involved in the relationship. He's not going, oh, Blueface do X, Y, and Z. Blueface and Chrisean Rock are not together. So if he's like, oh, you're using me to make this man jealous, I don't want my brand associated with that. Why is that a crime? Y'all just want niggas to just get abused out here. I don't get this shit. Like,
not appropriate during probation.
Right.
I understand the ask. I just wanted to see how it covered it. And they know that they've changed it somewhat recently, and I don't have a copy of it here. That's why
if you wanted to include it to strip corridor to the 95, that's fine. I think you could just say it that way. I just don't think that the traditional order out region covers downtown.
y'all are just making the worst points ever. I can't stand y'all today, chat. What are y'all doing? Taylor, he put out a diss track. He put out a diss track to Blueface. I mean, to Lil Baby.
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
Why does he need to respond with a diss track? Chrisean tried to tie their names together like they're going together. You don't want that for your brand and your image. That is something you have to dispel. Do y'all realize how dusty Chrisean is as a person to be standing next to in the industry for your image? I don't think y'all see it because she's standing next to Blueface, so she looks better by comparison to y'all. But come on, man. You don't want to be associated with that shit.
Not otherwise seeking to not have the order out or be employed in those areas.
And y'all are forgetting sponsorships too? This is the industry. This is a business.
Or anything like that.
We're not opposing it. He doesn't live.
The world class said, welcome to the gender war. Hey, yo. You know what? Man, fuck it. We here, man. We here.
Here, and it's fine, and that's fine.
Mr. Porter, is there anything that you would like to say on your own behalf today? I appreciate that you have the other matter pending, but you know, it's up to you entirely. This is your opportunity to say something, but you're certainly not. Okay. Mr. Porter's going to decline to speak on his own behalf today.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I forgot. Ms. Wildebelt is reminding me. There's one thing in the PSI that's not accurate.
Okay.
In the criminal history, it shows that there was a restraining order. That was dismissed.
Which page are you looking? 3 or 4?
Yeah, I think page 4. It's
at the bottom of the page.
It's at the very bottom, supplemental information. That restraining order was dismissed in August.
All right, it looks like you're just...
All right, so Brandon the Great says no one could question black women. Host is learning that. Yeah, man.
What more do you want from me?
How much more protection do y'all need before I can start throwing my own shots? I think y'all are shitting on my points. See, I sat there and I told the angry man, listen, y'all prove to these women that you are on their side and you have the best interest for these women, and you can actually give them some criticism and some critique to help them move forward. Sat there and told the angry man that. You stand up, you be on code, and then the second you try it, they want to shoot back. It's like, at the end of the day, you just got to say what you want to say. I ain't picking no side. This is not the gender war shit. I'm gonna speak my I'm gonna speak my message. It is what it is, y'all. Y'all don't want to accept it. We don't care, man.
Come on, man.
It is what it is, man. I'm not out here gender warring nothing, but if somebody needs the accountability or the light shined on them for their dusty behavior, it's going to happen. I'm telling y'all, there's no sisterhood, there's no manosphere glazing in the comment section. We ain't having that.
Just had when they found that the original expiration term, they were not aware that it had been dismissed. I did not rely on that in any way for today's purposes.
Okay.
Primarily focusing on the prior history and in all candor the weapon history, but we'll make that note for the record here today that although there apparently was a protective order, that it's not currently operative.
Okay, great, thank you.
It's time now to hear from.
See, this is the problem. Shout out to John in the chat. He said hit him with the Stephen A. Smith. I have entirely too many Stephen A. Smith drops. I don't know which one. There's too many.
Get him out of here! He's got no place in here! Get rid of him! Okay.
I mean, are you white? Brothers talk like that to one another.
Absolutely.
All right, all of a sudden y'all don't know that? We're in a different era. Get over it. Whoa! I'm pissed off. Get it together. Y'all look like trash.
How did this happen? Who was the idiot that did this?
What the hell was that?
Now, see, there's so many. And we didn't even get to the we don't care yet.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Shout out to Blessings with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
You let a Dusty in the chat convince you it's about size, gender, etc. SMH. Jesus Christ. Y'all don't get any humor, do y'all? Do y'all think that I don't know who the world class is? You know what? I'm gonna be serious, no sarcasm. I'm not gonna be facetious in the slightest. No banter with y'all, cause y'all don't understand it. I'm just gonna be straight stoic show, y'all. Jesus Christ.
Trailer, are you ready to come up, sir? Yes, ma'am. Do you want to be at council table or at the podium? Okay, come on up. Before you give your testimony, the clerk will speak. Swear you in before you speak.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this section shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your full name, spelling your first and last name for the record.
Kentavious Trailer, KentaB as in boy, IUS, last name Trailer, TRAYLOR.
What is your testimony today for the court?
So first of all, I just want to start by saying thank you, Judge. I'm just completely disappointed in this complete process, actually. From the DA to his representation to him to everything. It's just all been a complete drop of the ball on my end. I have complete lost faith in the justice system.
My nigga, who the fuck are you? Who? What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, this crime has done nothing but take a toll on my life since.
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
The day it happened, I haven't been able to get work. Everything has gone down the drain.
Bro, stop smiling. Stop smiling when you're saying this. You will be half believable if you stop smiling. This guy got up there. Yo, I'm so disappointed in the court, man. I got this lawsuit in the back of my... Like, what the fuck is this?
Shut up, bitch.
And yeah, I just feel like this has not been done on my case. I mean, this hasn't been done on my behalf. I know people who get more time for stealing bubble gum, honestly. I know people who do more time for stealing TVs than they do for shooting somebody. I'm just completely disappointed in all of this. I hate the way my name was ridiculed in the social media before I could even find out about it. Like I said, just this complete process has been...
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't care.
a complete drop of the ball. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. It's a complete drop of the ball, and that's it. It is what it is.
And Mr. Trailer, I really appreciate you expressing the frustrations that you have, and I know that the outcome here today won't change that because what the negotiation is.
Shout out to Win Loser Rug with the $10 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Win Loser Rug says,
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
that's facts, man. We ain't having that at all. Whole chat like,
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
and to the women in the chat, shout out to Above Ruby's TV. Shout out to TaylorMade. Shout out to, who else was disagreeing? Shout out to y'all, man. It's a good show, man. It's all cool. We ain't mad.
Has a certain range of sentence and a certain
Yeah, but
aspect to it.
even that, like I said, I feel like those terms and conditions, I know myself included, would have more than that for domestic violence, for this or that. He has this going over multiple states, multiple this, multiple that. You guys are arguing semantics on can he come here to make money, and so he doesn't deserve to be here. He doesn't deserve to be out and walking around. He doesn't deserve any of that, honestly. But because he has a little bit of money and a little bit of a name, you guys are gonna give him that, and that's okay. But just at the end of the day, like,
bro, where the fuck is your attorney? What is this?
like I said, I just want to say my piece, and like I said, I'm completely disappointed in all of this.
Understood. Mr. Trailer, and I'm not trying to convince you anything otherwise, and I'm not having a dialogue with you here. I'm just trying to give you the wrap up here that we are going to conclude this case. It sounds like you have another process pending. So
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with how I feel about this in general.
Again,
Yeah.
not a dialogue.
Yeah,
I'm just sharing some information with you, okay? I understand that. I'm not trying to convince you of anything different. I'm trying to tell you that we're going to complete this process here today.
Yeah.
To the extent that it closes out this process.
Hey, yo, what is my man's doing over here?
What is this?
Just sharing some information with you, okay? I understand that. I'm not trying to convince you of anything different. I'm trying to tell you that we're going to complete this process here today.
Yeah.
To the extent that it closes out this process, good or bad, obviously bad from your perspective, it will close it out. And I hope that you'll use the other process to...
I got to give an award to TG. TG called it.
Boy.
There's entirely too much zest emanating off of this guy. What is this? He's not just rubbing his hands together. He's doing a shoulder bop and a weird smirk. What is this?
Find whatever relief it is that you are seeking, not meaning whatever I presuppose any outcome there, but just that there is another avenue. And the court is going to act within the parameters of what it has here and bring this matter to a close. But I can assure you, I'm not giving anybody any breaks because of any status they have or money they have. I'm working within a system and within a negotiation, and I trust my counsel to make negotiations for reasons, and I appreciate that that's not going to sit well with you. I just thank you for your time here today and letting us know how you feel about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's important.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Fairley. You may
Appreciate
take your seat if you wish to stay.
I'm sorry, what the fuck was that?
Going to sit well with you. I just thank you for your time here today and letting us know how you feel about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's important.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Fairley. You may
Appreciate
take your seat.
Oh, yes. The camera loves your nastiness.
Stop it. Get some help.
The clout. Oh, let me snap this selfie real quick right here. Let me get this speech off because I know it's going to be recorded and I'm going to be on YouTube. And zesty selfie coming up.
That's not going to sit well with you. I just thank you for your time here today and letting us know how you feel about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's important.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Fairley. You may
Appreciate
take your seat if you wish to stay. At this time, the court will proceed with the sentencing of Mr. Porter, and as per negotiations, we will go ahead. I'm going to give an opportunity of probation to Mr. Porter.
Whoa, these are the accurate likes?
Bitch, who raised you?
Nah, we got a little time left in the show. We're gonna take a quick break, y'all. Y'all gotta get these likes up, y'all. Y'all are disrespectful today, man. We ain't having that.
same discussion with you, Mr. Porter, that I had with another gentleman this morning. You are here and doing probation here unless and until you are affirmatively approved, meaning given actual permission by the criminal probation department to travel out of state, whether it be a travel pass initially or your interstate compact, but you have to be here doing your probation. And I'm going to go through the terms and conditions and your underlying sentence and all the specifics. And I want to emphasize something here before I even get to that point. I don't typically go through the standard conditions of probation one by one because I don't feel it's necessary. I note that they're applicable and then figure when you go through your orientation process and all that. Someone who has some prior history may be familiar already with some of those things. But the main point that I have for you here is the weapons, is the guns. You know you cannot have guns. There's no confusion on that point. And if you choose to roll guns, then that's your choice. But I will tell you, if you get caught doing that, you get brought back here on any kind of probation violation, especially anything involving weapon, I will not hesitate to put you in prison for a significant period of time. You are playing with your liberty, your life, obviously.
Yo, he is 10,000% playing with his life because when they put him on,
we putting you on probation.
And he continues to do the same fuckery and be surrounded by the same loose cannons. He better say some prayers and hope he doesn't violate that probation because he needs to change his life up completely at this point.
You're playing with your liberty if you're going to have guns and do anything that's going to violate your probation in that regard. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want there to be any confusion. I hear people who say things about, I didn't realize I couldn't, do this or that or have pictures with them or whatever. No, 0 guns around you where you are of any kind.
And it's all about his company because he's going to have to be careful. The most disappointing thing about Blueface and Chrisean, hold on, right after the super chat. Shout out to Lee with the $10 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Neek at Night podcast, female, and her audience is more in alignment with your views, and I put it in the Discord. All right, so we got free promo for Neek at Night. Lee, we are putting you on probation.
Putting you on probation.
Lee, didn't you know I'm a hater? I ain't trying to promote nobody. Nah, I'm talking shit. Shout out to Neek at Night. Shout out to you, Lee, with the $10 super chat. Well appreciated.
I'm getting rich.
Now, Lee jumped in the Discord and has been running that shit. Lee has been dropping all sorts of links to help the show. Shout out to Lee. You are greatly appreciated, Lee. You're greatly appreciated.
And that needs to be quite clear. Somebody just handed me the order out, and it looks like Sahara to Russell does not cover downtown, so I'm going to account for that. So I'm going to adjudicate Mr. Porter this time guilty of discharge firearm out or into occupied structure via aircraft or watercraft. His underlying sentence will be a minimum of 24, maximum of 60 months in Nevada Department of Corrections suspended with probation not to exceed 36 months. He will have to pay the $25 return assessment fee, $3 DNA question fee, $150 DNA analysis fee. As we noted, no restitution being requested. We do have, I'm not going to impose a fine. I do have the standard conditions of probation, as I noted, including any weapon requirements applicable. Special conditions will include, and we'll just start there because that.
No, that's facts, Lee. There's a lot of women that's facts. A lot of women definitely checked out of that gender war shit, and that's why they over here. See, I gotta stop. I gotta stop being sarcastic. I gotta stop telling jokes and doing this shit because sometimes it's misconstrued. Because I be saying it's serious as shit and it's not that funny. So some people, get lost in the sauce. But this is not a channel for the gender war. I know y'all, the women in the chat aren't on the gender war fuckery. Well, let's get it.
Was the discussion that he is ordered to stay out of the strip corridor, and he's also ordered to stay out of any gaming facility, institutions, or what would be indicated as the downtown corridor, the equivalent of the strip corridor. So effectively, and again, until he interstate compacts, he can only be in those areas if he has work application or some.
Shout out to Excederin with the $5 super chat. Blueface better show Chrisean respect, otherwise there goes his violation. Yep, you better be polite in the presence of that woman, cause yikes, man.
Other legitimate basis to be there, not as a pastime, as a say just killing time in the areas in any way, shape, or form. And so the order out is for the strip corridor and the downtown corridor. We will also require him to have no contact whatsoever with Mr. Traylor or his family. I appreciate that it sounds like others are having contact. I'm not going to say on your behalf, but directly when you're directing it, but clearly that's happening. To the extent that there can be any effort to ensure that Mr. Traylor is not being harassed for this situation or having contact, so be it. But your obligation is no contact that you initiate or that you initiate through anyone else by any means or medium of any kind. We want you to understand that.
I'm sorry, y'all. To me, she's a little bit low. I gotta adjust this volume a bit. I'm straining myself to hear this.
And I think impulse control counseling would benefit here as well to make better choices in the future in these circumstances. No use, possession, or control of alcohol or drugs. That includes marijuana. I take that very seriously for all probationers.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
To make better choices in the future in these circumstances. No use, possession, or control of alcohol or drugs. That includes marijuana. I take that very seriously for all probationers, so we have compliant probation.
I know y'all that lived a straight and narrow life did not catch that, but this woman just said no alcohol, no drugs, marijuana, or nothing, or that's a violation. Are you kidding me?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, yo.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That probation went from...
Go to jail, you son of a bitch! All right, hold on, man. You go to jail!
Because that's gonna be hard as fuck. Pause. Are you kidding me? Yo, I thought...
No use, possession, or control of alcohol or drugs. That includes marijuana. I take that very seriously for all probationers, so we have compliant probation.
What the hell was that?
You take that very seriously with that marijuana too. The checkups are yo, this he's gonna have to find somebody to do the P test for him and make sure that it's not a woman that's pregnant, so you don't get caught on some fuck shit. Because we've seen that happen before. People taking P tests and using pregnant urine, getting caught. Oh, that's not even a female. It's not even a male's urine type shit. Like, god damn it.
I want you to have structure to your probation.
You know what he can do that will help him? Because Blueface has been boxing. He's been boxing. Maybe just scheduling a few more fights will keep him on the straight and narrow. Because when you're boxing, you don't want to be on these drugs. You don't want these things slowing you down and slowing down your endurance, stamina. So maybe that will help him. I don't know.
So full-time employment is required to comply with any curfew that may be imposed. Report within 48 hours, so no later than Wednesday, to the probation department to get started on the process. Do not take for granted that you need to be doing all of these things and that somehow someone's going to look the other way on that. You need to report. You need to be compliant at all times. And in addition to the standard search clauses, I have one special search clause that any digital storage media that you have access to or use, including computers, handheld communication devices, network applications associated with devices, social media, remote search services are all subject to search. You must provide all passwords, unlock codes, and account information associated with items with or without a search warrant at the request of division of parole and probation or its agents. As to the count 2 adjudication, that is the battery misdemeanor. I'll send this magistrate, give you credit for time served, so your probation's only going forward on the one count. But you do have a significant sentence hanging over your head. It's not the max the state asked for, but it is still significant. I'm not undermining any of your prior history. I'm looking at this case and the circumstances as I understand them, but I do want to be clear that, again, I will not hesitate for you to spend a significant amount of time in prison in the state of Nevada if you do not comply with this probation in all respects and you do not stay away from those weapons and any of that comes to light for us. All right? I think the other counts were already dismissed out of the negotiation, but to the extent counts 1 and 3 have not been dismissed, I believe those should be dismissed today. Yeah. And then
shout out to Excedrin with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Says he better go to or he better join. God damn it, it scrolled up. Hold up. He better go join and I guess you meant a Catholic church and become an altar boy. He better join the Catholic church and become an altar boy. That much to stay off drugs? God damn. But yeah, man, he needs to do something.
If there were any, other counts found over prior to that, those would also be dismissed today. Is there anything that we did not cover?
I don't think so, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
I had a bond.
Oh, yes.
Bond. So yeah, didn't forget that. Thank you for the court catching that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nice seeing you.
I have next up the Hughes matter on page 13. Except for revocation consideration.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jack, you can't.
Imagine showing up to court like that and just beating up the charges, walking out on probation.
We're in a different era. Get over it. Whoa!
I didn't pay too much attention to that case, but I'm pretty sure it was slanted in the side of self-defense, and it was just a bunch of mess that culminated into him getting probation. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that hit the super chat. Not much here in this show. We have more shows to react to. We still have that Passport Bros show that we're going to react to. I unscheduled some of the shows because it was interrupting with the chat in the live chat replay in the background. You know this shit right here? It was interfering with this shit right here. So I unscheduled those. I'm going to reschedule those so y'all will see those popping up and y'all will see the times for the shows tonight. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out for everybody supporting. Shout out to everybody that hit that Cash App and hit that super chat. We out. Yeah. Oh shit, we have questions. The nude baby post, I have no idea. Said the baby had a hernia or something, and that's why he posted it. Some dusty excuse. I don't know, but we out. Okay, so the show was done, but we got a super chat, so I got to honor the super chats. The show was done, but we got a super chat. Let me honor this super chat real quick. Shout out to CJ OJ with $5 Canadian.
I'm getting rich.
CJ OJ says, remember Blueface called his young son gay for not being interested in being in a room with a bunch of strippers. He has poor judgment and no boundaries. That's facts. That's facts. Blueface is dusting it up, steadily dusting it up. Ain't nobody out here protecting Blueface. If we lament that Chrisean Rock is also X, Y, and Z and she's bullying and she does X, Y, and Z, it does not take any of the smoke off of what Blueface is unaccountable for with his decision making and his judgment. But we out.